So, me now, Fredishay, Basim. So when last we left off, things are going rather well for Dave, which makes quite a nice change. He's earning quite a bit of money, and he's also getting on really well with Yvette. If things keep going the way they're going, we can look forward to a bright, happy future for Dave and Dog. But we're not focusing on Dave and Dog today, we're focusing on Samuel and Melisande, and the age-old question of, is the gardener ever going to actually turn up? Because if you look at the services here, you can't ring the gardener, which implies that the gardener is going to turn up at some point, but also the gardener didn't turn up yesterday, and I don't know if the gardener will turn up at any other time. Who knows? Maybe the gardener is bugged and will never show up. But we're not going to worry about that right now. We have a few things that we need to do. And also, if there are any flies that appear, it's probably because we need to empty this out. For indeed, that is accumulating a large amount of things that we don't want to keep in this room. So we're going to have to get rid of the contents of that eventually. We're just going to wait for the energy to go up. It's not going up very quickly, but if you consider how little time is going by as the energy is going up, it's not that bad whatsoever. I think we're going to get up at around about now. There we go. We have things that we need to do, like make the bed and clean this out, and then we'll go about doing everything else we need to in the day. There we go. This might finally get so full that we're going to have to empty it out. We haven't emptied it out yet. Let's find out, shall we? And you phase through the wall to do that. And yes, indeed, we need to empty that, as it is very, very full. And we're actually going to cancel that action there. We maybe need to get a sink in here. Might be a good idea. And once more, he phases through solid matter to make that possible. Once more, Samuel shows his ability to defy the laws of physics. We're going to go and have a meal and then use this and take a shower, and then we really need to read a book or do something that's entertaining, because let's face it, that fun stat is really, really low. In fact, actually, before you read a book, you'll want to fill that up, because Melisande has nothing to eat right now. At the moment, all I'm going to focus on doing for Samuel is that we're going to save up some money and get even better things, like better tables here, and better chairs, and even better cooking things, like a better stove, and even a better fridge. There is a better fridge. It is very, very expensive. There are also better versions of the dishwasher and the trash compactor. They don't actually do their job any better. All they do is just provide a little bit of room. And this room could do with a little bit of room. Go and have that meal, Samuel. It will be one of the best meals that you've ever had. And Melisande just seems content to follow Samuel around for a while, which is okay. We really need to fill that up. In fact, we might want to reorder all of these commands here, because filling this up is on the way to the toilet anyway. There we go. Much better. And if the gardener doesn't turn up eventually, we're going to have to just water all of these ourselves, which is not great because it will take a lot of time, but at least they're all pretty much condensed to this small area. Might actually be tempted to get rid of these ones if that is the case, and just replace them with some shrubs or something. You never need to tend to shrubs after all. What is Melisande doing? Just chasing her tail. Well, at least she's having fun. The meal is nearly over, and that hunger bar is quite full now, which is brilliant. It could always do with being that little bit more full. The ultimate aim is to have it so that Samuel need only have a quick breakfast and be able to fill that bar up completely. And now food is ready for Melisande. And this is an absolutely fantastic toilet. The fact that it automatically flushes is really something that that Dave needs, but Dave will probably never be able to afford it. And now, just a quick shower later, a really quick shower, that's not going to take very long at all, practically minutes. And then we really need to focus on improving that fun stat there, because that fun stat is really, really low. There we go. And over there you go, Samuel. We do need to find a thing that will give you more fun, but unfortunately, I don't really think you're a computer person. Even though you have a job that pretty much focuses on it, I really don't think you'll be using it that much at home. And as soon as that's used once, you do need to empty it out, or you can empty it out, but we're not going to right now. we have a few hours where we need to fill up this fun bar. We actually don't need to fill up the fun bar, but filling it up is important because we don't want it to bottom out. When one of these needs bottoms out, the mood will absolutely suffer. And we now have those that we need to take care of, so we'll just wait for them to come back into the house. There we go, and spray them if we can. Let's just pause here so we can actually target them. That carpet is getting in the way. It most certainly is getting in the way. There we go. Much better. And then we'll keep reading a book. Marvellous. The problem has been solved by that can of generic spray that everybody seems to hold. Brilliant. Sit back down, Samuel, and keep reading. We really want to consider getting a different sofa. Maybe there's a slightly better one that we could get. Well, there probably is. It's just a question of how expensive it is and what it actually does. It doesn't really need to provide any more comfort because that comfort stat is absolutely maxed out, and the gardener has not turned up today at all, which is not great. Maybe they'll turn up tomorrow. Who can say? It is a mystery that we'll have to solve, and I think the carpool is here. Yep, it's here. Let's now have him put that away and then head to work. And he went through the garden, which is really great. Off you go, Samuel. Enjoy your day making computer games. Meanwhile, we're going to queue up getting rid of this and also getting rid of this. And friendships are like plants. If you don't take care of them, they will languish. We probably want to call Dave and say hello and make sure that that doesn't deteriorate too far. He'll be back home soon, and maybe he'll actually answer the phone. I can't say for sure. It is very late after all. And energy has rather plummeted. This is the price that unfortunately we pay for having this job. And what's more, he keeps phasing through solid matter like that. I've no idea why he took that one there and decided to take the other one to there. It is a mystery that we'll never be able to solve. We're going to call just for a conversation. Hello? Okay, that did not go well whatsoever. Not even slightly. I think that friendship is going to deteriorate. Do we want to try and water all of these plants? Well, we could try. I don't think it's really going to work that well because he's really, really tired. Oh no, he's still going to do it, which is not bad. I mean, they're all pretty much concentrated in this area. If we can just keep watering them and making sure that they don't die until the gardener arrives, that will help. And Melisande, for some reason, is asleep in the middle of the road. That is not good. You know you have a bed over there that you can use. It's just over there, literally right over there. Also, it is really late. Really late indeed, Samuel. You're going to need to get some sleep pretty much immediately. You can water those ones tomorrow. You can wake up whenever you want. Also, is that a, what is that over there? That is a dead mouse. Melisande has caught a dead mouse, and rather caught a mouse that wasn't dead before and is now. We're gonna get rid of that as the first thing in the day, I think. We can have a quick breakfast, I think, because we need to save that time. A quick breakfast, and then using this, and then taking a shower will do. And then we don't really need to focus on having fun right now. I mean, we could. I mean, just imagine Samuel going, I don't have time in my schedule today for fun. I think I'll have to skip on fun. And so fun was skipped on that day, and no fun was had. Also, we could do with having another one of those there. Just to give the garden some sort of uniform structure there. There we go, we'll have to water that as well eventually. But the quick breakfast did not provide anywhere near as much hunger, but it's still pretty good. That's the ultimate aim there with hunger, as I said. We want to be able to have that, and it pretty much do the exact same job as having a full breakfast. We'll just use that, and then we'll go and water everything that needs to be watered. Which, unfortunately, is quite a few things. Actually, it's only a few of them. This one, that one, and that one there. Not bad. And here comes yet another newspaper. If only we could tell you never to deliver any of them. But you will always deliver newspapers until the end of time. The end of time. Nevermore will you do anything but that. In fact, you don't even live in any house. You just do that all the time. It is the only thing that you will ever do. You will never age. You will forever deliver newspapers for all eternity. And there are only 2 things that we need to water here, that one there and that one there. Which is marvellous. And here comes Aristotle again. Hello, you're just going to leave, which is fine by me. You're going to put that one there, and you're going to put this one in there for some reason, which is just peculiar. But, oh no, you're going to put that there this time. Okay. We're going to... Oh dear, that is really low. We're going to have to work on improving that eventually. We're going to have to work on improving that most certainly. No bills either. But when we get back, we're definitely going to have to talk to Melisande here and get that social up, because it has nosedived. That would typically be able to go up a lot faster if there were other animals around, but there aren't any more animals around. And there are some mice that I think Melisande is going to take care of. Or at least I hope Melisande is going to take care of them. Maybe. Or they're just going to keep walking around and doing absolutely whatever they want. You know, you can deal with them whenever you want, Melisande. Whenever you want. And there we go. That is a fun completely filled up. And we're going to go to work now. There we go. Excellent. What are you going to do in the meantime? You're just going to eat. That's fine. And eventually you might take care of those. Nope, it would seem like you're not going to. And Dave Smith, unfortunately, is no longer a family friend. We're going to have to take care of that, because we don't want to lose contact with our brother after all that time that we weren't in contact with them anyway. We've only just managed to get in contact with him. We don't want to lose that connection. Also, that energy stat, wow, that has just nosedived. Absolutely nosedived. It's going to keep nosediving, unfortunately. We could actually spend a day to just replenish our energy and make sure that we don't burn out. Let's just put these down on the pavement here. There we go. And just pay them. 380 is not bad. And we do want to clean that out, because that is most certainly making a big stink of things. And we do need to interact with Melisande as well. Melisande is not having a good time of things. We have a little bit of time. We can call Melisande over and then play with her a little bit. Not in there, please. We're going to actually move into here. It is midnight. This is typically the time that things happen with Samuel after work. It is very late after all. Pretty much always the time that he comes back from work, though. At least these plants are looking quite nice now, which means that the room out there is going to be pretty high. And even that one interaction is probably going to have a really good impact on that social. Okay, moderate impact. We're going to have to do that a few more times, and then fill this up and then go get some sleep. There we go. This is going to take a lot of time that Samuel really doesn't have, but we're earning a lot of money every single time we go to work. And if you looked at the bills there, 1 day of work will, why is there a, Oh, that's why, because there's that there. We want to get rid of that. Because Melisande did eventually manage to catch the mice there. Alright, we'll now go to sleep. And that has improved social a little bit, but wow, both Samuel and Melisande's energy is just bottomed out completely. We're going to have to recover that very quickly. We might even want to take a day off just to replenish our batteries. But no, for Samuel, there is never a day off work. Always something must be done. And we're going to have to make this bed and clean this up and then go and have breakfast. There we go. Quickly, we must do all of these things, because if we don't do these things, we're going to be in some considerable bother. Fun is not so bad, though. The main problem, as you're seeing here with the career path that Samuel has chosen, is that it is really, really draining on him. Like, he doesn't actually have that much time out. Ah, here comes the gardener! Hello! How are you, Gardener Gloria? I was getting worried that I'd hired you and you'd never actually turn up. So we really don't need to worry about tending to the flowers ever. She will turn up and she will take care of them. I was a little worried that it had bugged out and that you'd never actually arrive. But here you are, watering absolutely everything, which is fantastic. Gonna recycle that and recycle this and then use this and that there, which is excellent. You just take care of everything here. The only reason why the room is so low here is because of the, because of the pieces of garbage that are there. There we go, all sorted. We might even want to get some more flowers at some point, just to make sure this place is even nicer. Melisande is up, which is good. We could actually afford to spend some time with Melisande, because we really need to. We really need to make sure that Melisande doesn't lose that social need that we only just worked on improving a little bit. Also, there are just flies around and I've no idea why they're here. Is there something going on that I don't know about? I don't think there is. Okay, let's just call... Actually, you're going to read a book. I'd actually prefer for you just to... No, we'll just pause here, because you're about to go and have lunch, and you really should not be having lunch. And actually, Melisande is just going to sleep, which isn't the greatest, because we were kind of hoping that Melisande would be able to spend some time with Samuel. But either way, we will actually now go and read a book. We really need to get rid of these flies as well. And already the carpool is on its way. Literally, we only had about 30 minutes where Samuel could have some fun before we need to... Actually, we need to go and clean this as well. All the things that we need to do. All of the things that pretty much eat into Samuel's time. We're gonna need to take a day off at some point. Maybe we'll take a day off tomorrow. Maybe, but not today. Actually, not today at all, because we're now going to work. We may cut it a little bit fine in going, but we're going to most certainly go to work. There we go. You can now go to work. You're not going to run because you're definitely not going to be late, and we could empty that at some point. We probably will, maybe when we get back. There we go. That is even more money earned, and we're definitely going to need to interact with Melisande when we get back. Definitely. Okay, what's happening here? You're just generally playing and then eating and then not much else and then napping a little more. Are you going to be asleep? You're going to be asleep when Samuel gets home, which is not great. The timing there isn't fantastic. We could also just spend some time getting rid of these, to be honest, because we really don't need those. So we'll clean and clean and clean. Lots of cleaning. I mean, we could get the maid to do this, but to be honest, do we really want the maid to do this? I mean, we could. It might help, but there's really not that much for the maid to take care of here. At all. It would just sort of seem like busy work for the maid, just to sort of turn up and then take care of a few things. But then again, it would free up that little bit of time that Samuel could use to do other things. Like that there, taking care of things is maybe 20-30 minutes of his day. And I imagine the maid would also empty this out, so maybe it's a good idea to do. We're now definitely going to go and get some sleep, because my, is it very late indeed. We really need to think about hiring that maid. Maybe it's a good idea. Maybe it is. I mean, it's that little bit... Uh-oh, something's happening. Or something was happening. Once again, I think the burglar probably reconsidered what he was doing and then decided to do nothing. Yeah, that social is pretty low. It would seem that Melisande and Samuel have completely different sleeping schedules, as in when one of them's awake, the other one is fast asleep. I mean, we may be able to catch Melisande right here, and I think we now most certainly need to take a day off. Not for us, mind you, but for Melisande, to make sure that Melisande is in a good mood and that Melisande doesn't get lonely, because boy is Melisande getting lonely. Very lonely indeed. Good morning, Melisande. We are here to be interacting with you. I imagine that's how Samuel would say it, because Samuel is not the best at dealing with people. That outgoingness is most certainly very low. There we go, we will play with Melisande quite a bit here. A few interactions there, a lot of interactions actually, and that should most certainly help with that, whoa, that rock bottom social there. Rock bottom. We may even have time to go to work. Who knows? That has gone up a bit, but we're going to need to work on that a lot more. A lot more. There we go. A little bit more interaction there. And a little more there. I wouldn't even try a hug yet, because Melisandre's mood is not great whatsoever. But every single interaction does work on improving that social stat. Not only for Melisandre, but also for Samuel. It is pretty much maxed out right now. Pretty much maxed out. Need a few more of these. And by a few, I mean a lot. Maybe one or two more, though. 1 or 2 more. We just need to, oh, Melisande has fallen asleep. Well, with that done then, because we're not going to disturb Melisande here, we're going to have breakfast, and then we're going to do pretty much the same routine that we always do. And actually, why don't we hire the maid for tomorrow? That seems like a good idea. It'll help deal with that. Are you dreaming about the litter box? You are dreaming about the litter box. Yes, indeed, you are. And the phone is going. We need to answer that right now. We never know what it could be. It could be massive amounts of money. Quick, Samuel, answer it! And unfortunately, that woke Melisande up. Sorry, Melisande, but the phone does not care that you are asleep in here. Is this a massive pile of money? I hope it is. It had better be. Ah, you're a winter and should decorate accordingly if you want to live most harmoniously in your house.
Huh?
That makes absolutely no sense whatsoever. Thank you very much for, waking Melisande up for that. It was not worth waking up Melisande just for that. And I do think we actually want to call the maid here. I do think we most certainly do. And then we'll spray those cockroaches that have appeared. I just think it's probably a good idea just to help deal with a few tiny things, like, making the bed and cleaning the toilet and things like that. Just the tiny things that sometimes appear. And then we'll want to, what are we doing there? We're cleaning that up, and then we're doing this and doing that. Fun is pretty much out of the window right now. Samuel has no time for fun at the moment. Pretty much the stat for Dave that tends to suffer is comfort, and the stat for Samuel that tends to suffer is comfort. Not comfort, sorry, fun, rather. No, both of them suffer with comfort, I say, as Samuel has absolutely pretty much maxed out comfort all the time. Yeah, it's definitely fun. Like, he struggles with fun. It could be the fact that he's reading books as opposed to anything else, but fun is generally an issue for him. Fun is an issue. I mean, he has absolutely no time to improve it right now. I mean, I could have him ignore the carpool just to have, like, half an hour where he has fun. I think that's probably a good idea. Just half an hour where he has some fun. I mean, not very much fun, but even with the extremely low amount of fun he's having, that is still a significantly good mood. I mean, room is quite high now. That is 3 bars worth of good mood there. And off he goes once more to work. Remember when I said he was going to have a day off? Friendships are indeed like plants. They're all starting to wither away for him. They're all starting to wither away. Remember when I said that he was going to have a day off work? Yeah, that hasn't happened, has it? Nope, no it hasn't. And once more at 11 o'clock, Samuel stumbles in, extremely tired. Very tired indeed. We're going to have to do something about that. We're definitely going to have to do something about that. And no, you don't need to go to work. You have literally just been at work. And so, when we come back, folks, we're definitely going to have to do something for Samuel here. It's not going very well. This is sort of unsustainable in the long run. But at least Melisande and Samuel are going to sleep at roughly the same time this time. So maybe they'll get to interact tomorrow. Maybe I'll give Samuel a day off tomorrow, so he can enjoy the garden and just enjoy, having the money to be able to just have a day off without any worries. That's a good idea. And then maybe we'll think about his future. What are you going to do for the future, Samuel? Are you going to do anything for the future except get lots of money? We really need an objective for you apart from get lots of money. We definitely do. So I'll catch you next time, folks. And I'll see you then. Dag dag.